Good morning, everyone. My name is Jaiza Page, and I am a member of Columbus City Council, and I'm so happy to see you all this morning. I would like to thank you for joining us at our Learning Skills to Lift Neighborhoods grant announcement. I am here in support of all of my colleagues, that's Council President Shannon Hardin, President Pro Tem Michael Stenziano, and Council members Elizabeth Brown, Mitchell Brown, Emmanuel Remy, Priscilla Tyson, and again myself. And we are always excited to reinvest in our residents and to reinvest in our neighborhoods. We are also joined today by the Department of Development, the Director Schoeny, and many members of his team. As chair of the Housing Committee, one of my top priorities is to continue raising the quality of life in our city by reducing the number of blighted properties and working to help revitalize our neighborhoods. Therefore, myself, along with the Department of Development, created the Learning Skills to Lift Neighborhood Grant Program as a first of its kind in 2016. And actually, the property that we are standing on right now is one of the award recipients from the 2016 grant program. And he will speak later, Mr. Tom Hefner, and talk about the work that he's doing here. And I would also like to acknowledge Pastor Brown, who has joined us. He was another award recipient in 2016 and has a great project on the near east side of Columbus. The goal of the LSLN program is to provide grants that promote workforce development training in the construction trades for youth or restored citizens, while also transforming vacant and blighted structures into productive parcels. 2 years ago, applications were accepted in the fall of 2016, and there were a total of 7 organizations that applied. Out of the 7 applicants, 3 organizations were awarded grants that following year: Franklinton Gardens, J. Gyra Development Corporation with Pastor Norman Brown, and Franklinton Rising. And again, the house that we are standing in front of today is owned by Franklinton Rising, a former awardee, and they were able to rehab this once vacant parcel into a beautiful home, which provides housing and supportive services to many of our residents. So thank you again to Tom Hefner with Franklinton Rising and Lower Lights Ministry for allowing us to host this event at your new, beautiful facility. Not only is Lower Lights in this program restoring vacant and abandoned parcels, but is restoring the lives of some of our most vulnerable residents. I would now like to ask Director Steve Schoeny with the Department of Development to come to the podium.
Thank you, Councilmember Page, and thank you everybody for coming. I'm going to take a minute and go a little bit off script. There are points in time where individuals choose to have an impact. This program wouldn't exist. This house wouldn't be in this condition. The other houses that are being rehabbed through this program wouldn't have happened if it weren't for Councilmember Page. And this program was something that she, working closely with Council President Hardin, really kind of brought to us and said, how do we work this out? How do we make this happen? And I just want to take a special moment to thank her personally, and I'd like us all to give Councilmember Page a round of applause. She wasn't even listening. She didn't even hear me say all those nice things about her. She was over there talking to Hannah. I just said really nice things about you and asked them all to give you a round of applause. So, one of the other great things about Councilmember Page is she is a great partner for us in a lot of things. And she was able to see the opportunity that existed with the city's land bank properties and see an opportunity to partner with us. And we're really excited to use this as an example of how the city's land bank properties can provide good, affordable housing while also providing something else, which is an opportunity for folks to re-enter the workforce and find a new place for themselves in our community. And that's one of the things that has me most excited about this program. So I want to thank all of our partners in the program. I want to thank Councilmember Page, and I want to frankly thank the community for embracing this project and the projects like this to move forward. So without further ado, I'm going to keep us moving on because the rain has held off and it is still a little sticky and I'm wearing a jacket. And I'm going to introduce Tom Hefner, who is the president of Franklinton Rising.
Good morning, everybody. Thanks, Steve, Jaiza, and for certainly all of you for coming out and risking the fact that you might get wet. So, well, we just want to thank you, though, for being here. We are looking at the second house that Franklinton Rising completed. If you turn to your left, you'll see the first house that we completed. As a recipient, however, of the grant money from this first grant program, that money went into this house behind me, the one you're looking at. This is a duplex, 3 bedrooms aside. It has a full complete bath with double sinks on the second floor, and you're going to get a chance to see the first floor. So when we're completed, Lower Lights, who is the renter of this house, has volunteered to allow us to come in to see the first floor, to see what it really looks like, a completed house once it's all furnished. So stick around as best you can, and you'll get a chance to see what a finished product really looks like. When we finished this house, our second house, 3 of our trainees that had been with us for some time went into full-time work. 2 of them are with commercial construction companies, and a third one is with a landscape firm, and he's building decks and so forth, patios and so forth with that particular firm. These individuals were young, high school age kids who didn't know what they were going to do, where they were going to go, if they were going to have a future or not, and now they're all working, making a great wage. For example, one of the young men who just went out last fall has had 2 promotions. He's now making $17 an hour, and this is his first full-time position. He's doing really well. And this is our hope for many young men and women who are going to join us in learning skills. And as we're learning or teaching skills, we do believe we're lifting neighborhoods, as you can see from these houses. And we will complete house number 3 and house number 4, hopefully by the end of the year. And we will hopefully be the recipient of another grant to help spur our ability to continue to do this kind of work in the neighborhood. This is a great neighborhood, and the work that is being done here and the support of the city is fantastic. I just had a call yesterday from a 92-year-old lady who lives up the street, and she said, "Tom, I got your card," and she said, "I'm 92, I've been here since the 1940s, and she said, could you all help me do some work on our house?" Wow. The people are beginning to notice and to start to desire to have more and more done so that they too can be proud of their own homes that they have right here in Franklinton. And all of that wouldn't really be possible if it weren't for the city and the tremendous help. We were the recipient of $40,000 that went into this house. Now, we had to do some extra things to this house because it had fire damage, and we had to completely rebuild the roof, and we did that before we even got the grant. But we have a little over $200,000 in this house. Now, you can't do that and train people at the same time without truly having support. And so we're very thankful for the city for the support they've given, and we're just hopeful that this grant program will grow, and next year we'll have $2 million, not whatever, Jaiza. She's doing great, by the way. As Steve said, if it weren't for her, we wouldn't even have this program. So we definitely want to thank Jaiza for all the work that she's done. I'll be around later to answer any questions about our properties, about the things that we're doing. This is a great opportunity, and we're so thankful, and we appreciate the fact that they're going to do this again this year. So next, I would like to introduce Hannah Jones, who is with the Department of Development, and Hannah is Vice President of Development, and she's got a few things to explain to you. But don't forget about the tour when we're all finished, okay? Thanks so much. Hannah?
Thank you, Tom, and I appreciate my new title that I received. Hannah Jones, Deputy Director in the Department of Development, and happy to be here. I'm just going to share a couple of high-level things about the application process with you guys. First, we're going to open the application process on Monday, June 25th, and it'll run through Friday, August 10th. We're really focused on looking for partnerships with our not-for-profit partners. These partners need to be able to act as fiscal agents or have somebody who can be a fiscal agent so that they can receive the grant, and also need to be able to enter into lease purchase agreements if they do not already own the site where they're going to be doing the work. So specifically, if you're looking to utilize a land bank site, we need to be sure that you can actually acquire the site from the land bank. We're also going to be looking for applicants who have a lot of experience and capacity in the area of workforce development training with the target populations that this is focused on. So really looking for those who are doing the work that we can help increase the work that they are doing. Again, we will be looking to do grants for up to $20,000 per work site, and you are allowed to apply for 2 sites. And we will be looking to give priority to parcels that are currently in the land bank or that you acquired out of the land bank. Miss Rolanda, wave your hand. Miss Rolanda Page Rolanda Page. Dang it, it is a hard day today. Rolanda Hampton with Councilmember Page's office has a flyer as well as copies of the application so that you can get them in your hands today in order to be able to get started on the application as soon as possible. We also will have all the materials online on the Department of Development website. So if you go to columbus.gov and then go to the department front page, you can find all the information there. And now I will turn it over to Councilmember Page to wrap us up. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Deputy Director Jones. Again, I am just so excited to announce the second round of our grant program. And as Tom was talking, and again, Pastor Brown, it's not only transforming the houses, but transforming lives. To have young people and restored citizens who other people have forgotten, we're giving them lifelong skills that they can take not only on this project, but for the rest of their lives, and turn their lives around while turning a community around. It's really the crux of this program. Again, Rolanda, with my office and my team, she has applications for anyone who wants to get one today. I hope that you take a few moments to just tour the first floor and see the work that Lower Lights Ministry is doing here on the west side of Columbus. And I appreciate you all for coming out, and I look forward to seeing your applications. Thank you, and have a great day.